Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is another beautiful episode. I know this is a video that most of the people have been waiting for here. Okay, I won't say most of the people, but I know there are some people who have been waiting for this video, including some of my family members here. I've been hoping to do this video, really, the culture shock. Today is the time. You guys, you're going to excuse me. I'm going to be talking about two countries here because I've lived in Dubai for a long time and I grew up in Uganda, so I'll be talking here and there. Excuse me, but I'm going to talk about it in this way. One thing that shocked me first, food prices in the US. Food is so expensive here. Like, why? Why would food be expensive like this? In Uganda, we eat organic food, we grow our own food, have our own gardens and stuff, so food is not expensive at all. That's what I can say. But when you go to restaurants, they don't give a lot of food, as in food portions. They are not as big as, but in the US, food is so expensive. Groceries are so expensive. For us here, we actually use organic products here. Me and hubby, we buy organic food. But every time we go grocery shopping, I look at the prices. I think one time mom said the amount of money we spend on grocery things here is more than the amount of money they spend, because for them they are a little bit more in the house. We are only two, but the money we are spending, you guys, I'm like, this is crazy. So when it comes to food portions in restaurants, it's insane. In the US, they serve a lot of food. This is one thing that really shocked me. I've never even had a whole plate. Every time we go out, I can hardly finish the food that they serve. They really serve a lot of food. Despite the fact that food is so expensive, they give a lot of food. Here in the US, people, instead of using plates, like usual normal plates, people use plastic plates. Like, no one has time to wash and do that whole thing. I mean, people are so busy here. Life here is so busy. The way people walk when you go out, I'm a slow person. When I'm walking, I don't want to rush, I don't want to hurry. My hubby walks so fast, I'm always running after him like a child, And here people have no time. Everyone is working, everyone is doing their own things, so they don't have time to wash those plates. A lot of plates and stuff, people use plastic plates, so you just have to eat and throw it away. You eat, those plates, for us those plates are used on birthdays. We used to use them in Dubai for birthdays, and in Uganda birthdays you use those disposables. You just eat and throw. So here, that's what most of the people use. You just have to eat and throw it. No washing, not doing that, of which I think I like this. Yes. Another thing that really shocked me is, I'm going to talk about weather. Personally, this is my fourth, I think I've seen all the seasons now. When I came to the US, it was last year, and it was spring, and then we got married. I think I've seen now the 4 seasons, and finally I'm so happy I've seen winter. I really love winter. It's so cold, but there is something special about it, and I think I'm gonna love it. One day I'm gonna love it. It's cold, but it feels good. That sweet kind of thing. It's bitter and sweet, and so yeah, that's how winter is. It's so cold. One thing I didn't know about winter is that when your fingers freeze, they actually hurt. They hurt, and you don't even feel them. You feel like you can't even touch anything. There was a time when I couldn't even hold my phone. I was like, when they are hurting. Being my first time to be here in winter, I found it so hard, and I was covering myself the whole time. I'm still covering myself, even inside the house. But yeah, I feel like even now, I have to wear more shirts, more everything. That's what I can say. But being my first time, I feel like it was so cold for me. But maybe when you get used to it, it doesn't feel like that cold, But one thing I want to say is that winter looks so beautiful outside. I just love the beauty of it. Outside looks so heavenly. So when it comes to dogs, you guys, when it comes to dogs, I love dogs. I really do love dogs. And I know one day we are going to have a dog. So I never thought I could love animals, but I got to love animals when I was still in Dubai, because it's totally different. In Uganda, we keep our animals outside the house. They eat their leftovers. They can even go in the bush and hunt their own food and do stuff. And yeah, we don't really call them names like my baby, my child, my this, my love. So when I went to Dubai, I got the love for dogs, and I'll never forget that. It's so beautiful having dogs and cats, but I love dogs more. So yeah, so when I came here, we don't have a baby here yet. I mean a dog, but mom and dad have 2 dogs. So you guys, when it comes to dogs, here dogs are babies. They have names. They have their special treatment. They go for birthday parties. They go for play dates. My goodness, a dog is like a human being in the US. You have to treat her, you have to treat him so well. They eat so well, they sleep so well, they have to be warm and those things. Oh my goodness, that's how it is. Here, dogs are, even it's the same. I think dogs in the US and Dubai, it's the same. They are treated the same way. But in Uganda, it's totally different. And I love the way they treat them. Some people die and they leave their inheritance to their dogs. They transfer all the wealth to their dogs. So you guys, dogs are like human beings. We have to learn to love dogs. And one thing that shocked me about dogs in the US is the fact that dogs can go to a supermarket. You can enter a supermarket, do your shopping, do things with your dog. This is one thing that really shocked me. In Dubai, you don't enter any mall, any restaurant, any place, any public area with your dog. They don't enter, inside. So when you go maybe for some places have places where you can leave your dog and then come back and pick the dog when you're heading out. But here, they go in the supermarket, which is cool. Older people, elderly people are still working. These people are still working at their age in supermarkets. When I talk about supermarkets, I mean people who pack things, people who punch things, the cashiers and stuff. These people are really old in the US. The old people are still working, the elderly, the people we call mothers and grandmas. They're still working. The first time I saw these people working, I asked my husband, why would someone really work at this age, at the point when they are bending, when their backs are really tired? These people are still working. Where I come from Uganda, and at that age, people are already at home. They have people who are taking care of them already. They are grandmas. They are mothers who are really, really old. They don't work. Even in Dubai. In Dubai, when it comes to working in supermarkets, there are always young people who are looking really beautiful, young girls with makeup, with nails, with, those are the people they work in. In a shopping mall, they sell clothes and stuff in those shops. They are young. They are no old people. So this really shocked me in America. Here, when you have your kids and they're above 18, as long as they're above 18 and they are working, not even above 18, let me say maybe they have started working, as long as they're earning something, they're supposed to pay rent to their parents. My goodness, some of us stayed in our parents' house until we were 20 something. We're already working and we are not even contributing anything in the household. Here in the US, you guys, it's totally different. As long as someone is staying in your house, you are a parent, he is working, she's working, she's supposed to pay for some utilities, for some bills in the house. If it means renting, she can even rent a room or a basement in her parents' house or his parents' house. This is something that really shocked me. I've never seen this, not even in Uganda, not even in Dubai. It was really a shock. So here, when you look at someone's garage, it looks like a garage. Let me say that. It looks like a garage, really. It has all the tools, all those metals that I use to do car things. You know, if you know cars, those car mechanical things. Here, when you look at someone's garage, it really looks like a garage. You know, it has everything. When your car has a problem, it's so costly to call someone home, come and fix this and fix this and fix this. No, you have to learn to do everything when it comes to your car. So you have to have all of those things that are used to make your car comfortable. So when I look at people's homes here, most of the time when me and Habi are driving around, I look at people's garages. Anyway, they look like really this is a garage. For us in Uganda, when they say I'm taking a car to a garage, it looks like that. Though those ones are a little bit so dirty, but here, you know, someone's garage is so clean. But it has those equipments that are used to do everything when it comes to cars. In Dubai, no one does that. It's totally different. In Dubai, when your car has a problem, just call those guys. They're going to come and fix everything. Life is sorted. In the US, you have to work for everything. Like, oh my goodness. So I'm going to talk about this, and I don't know how you guys are going to take it. This is another thing that really shocked me. Where I come from, when a child grows up, then when they go to school, get a job, start earning, start working and earn something, we are supposed to be taking care of our parents, our maybe nieces, nephews, your brother, maybe a sister, maybe your auntie, uncle, something like that. That's how we are brought up. That's how us Africans do our things. You know, that's Africa for us. When it comes to the US, Americans, if you give birth to your child, that child is not responsible for anything concerning you. They are not supposed to. It's not their responsibility to take care of you. It's not their responsibility to take you to the hospital, to pay your bills, to give you Christmas presents, to do everything. It is not their responsibility. They do those things when they want. This is a total shock for me. This really shocked me to see that you can have your grown-up child, but you've never taken anything from them. They don't even go for grocery shopping for you. They don't even do anything for you because it is not their responsibility at all. At all. Even when you have kids in the house, and maybe your kids are like 15 or 10 or 9, something like that, and then you have a toddler somewhere, that is your child. That child is not a responsibility of her siblings or the other elder siblings. It's not their responsibility to take care of her. It is your responsibility. You're not supposed to tell your 9-year-old to feed or to take care of her young sister, to give her birth, to do those things in the house. No. It is your responsibility as a parent to take care of that child. You can have a 13-year-old in the house, a 10-year-old or a 9-year-old, but they can't do anything for your baby because that is your responsibility. Whereas where I come from in Uganda, some kids are 9, but they're always doing mommy duties in the house. They are cooking for their siblings. They are cooking for their moms. They are going to fetch water, firewood. They are doing things, cleaning. Goodness, in the US, kids don't do that. It is the responsibility of a parent to take care of your child. So this is a shock. I didn't know this happened. In Dubai, of course, those people have nannies. Nannies are always doing everything. Like, it's totally different. But here, no one is responsible for your child. So I'm going to talk about the food part of it here. Who told Americans that every time you're supposed to eat food, there should be a dessert? Who told Americans that we should have a dessert all the time? Most of the time we go out, you feel like you're full. Like me, I go out with my family here. I go out with mom, dad, and other people. I feel like I'm full. I've eaten enough. There is no space for even dessert, but there should be dessert after a meal. Why should we have a dessert? I never understood that part really. Me, when I eat something, I feel like that is enough. And sometimes when I eat, I don't want to be so full, so I want to leave a little bit of space, but there is always dessert, so I end up having to eat that. Anyway, the dessert thing really is a must when it comes to American families, when it comes to America. This is something that people do in Dubai. We used to do that as well. But I think here in the US, it is like a must. What is dinner without dessert? What is this without dessert? When it comes to food, I'll still talk about food. If you're out there and you love food and you're planning to come to the US, one thing I want to tell you is that there is a lot of food here. And you have to go slow. You have to calm down when it comes to food here. Food is processed here. Everything is processed. So if you go with that speed of you eating this, trying this, like you've been doing, it's totally different. Let's talk about security in the US. You guys, according to what we've been seeing all over, okay, I will not say all over. According to what we've been seeing in movies, we've watched so many movies, we've seen how the US is. Even on social media, these things really, I think they impacted us in a certain way, especially people who are coming here for the first time. Having lived in Dubai, where security is 1000%. Oh my goodness. I think Dubai is the safest place in the whole world. Like, no one will tell me otherwise. Dubai is a top notch when it comes to security. Uganda is safe. Uganda is safe, really. I want to say this. Uganda is a safe country. We always do things in the night. You can go places and do things, but you just have to be careful. Nights are not so safe. Like, you just have to be a little bit wise to know that you're not supposed to walk alone, to do certain things. But at least at 7, you can be out and do things. 8, 9, 10, you know. Even during day in Uganda, when someone knocks on your door, it's still safe. Like, you don't expect anyone to come in with a gun. You don't expect anyone to come in with anything, you know. You can just open up your gate and talk to someone, even if you don't know them, during day. In the US, during day, you can't even say hi to anyone, someone you don't know, just from nowhere. In the US, there is no way how someone can just come in and then rings the doorbell and then you just open your door just like that. During day, it's not safe at all. Like, I keep asking myself, how do people live here? Like, how do you... Because I personally still have that fear in me of, I think it's because of the news and the movies we've watched growing up. And living in Dubai, I think also impacted me a lot, or maybe affected me. I don't know which word to use. So US still scares me a little bit when it comes to security. According to the things I see, I feel like you have to be so careful not to just talk to anyone. You don't just give your phone number to anyone. You don't just expose your place where you live, where you do things. You know, like, no one should know about you. Like, don't open your door. Don't do this. Don't talk to people. No one is safe, and you don't have to. No one trusts anyone. That's what I can say. Security-wise, anything can happen to you. The fact that here people are allowed to possess certain weapons, you know what I mean? So that is one thing that really scares me. And you don't, when someone rings your bell, I remember one time someone rang the bell here. I didn't even bother to go check who the person was. I just sent Habi a message like, someone is on the door. That is it. Like, you don't have to do that. In Dubai, as soon as the bell rings, you just go talk to someone, do things. If they're not, maybe someone mistakenly pressed the doorbell and it's not the house where they were going. But it's so safe to talk to someone, even if you don't know them. So Dubai is safe. Uganda is safe. Uganda is not safe in the night, a little bit, but Dubai is safe in the night. But here, even day is scary. So when it comes to security, this is, I don't know how to explain it.